Today we're going to talk about midpoints. Now the midpoint is basically the point that is halfway between two end points. Halfway between the endpoints of the line segment. So for example, if M is the midpoint of this line segment AB, then that would mean that the length of AM is equal to the length of MB. And in geometry, we use these little tick marks to show that those two sides are equal. And if they're equal, that means that they are congruent. Now the symbols for equality is this one, and we know that one, very familiar with it. The symbol for congruency is the same thing, but with a little squiggly or a little hat or a mustache at the top. So these are the symbols, and you can see them here at the top. If the point M is at the center of this line segment, then line segment AM is equal to line segment MB, and line segment AM is congruent to line segment MB. Now, how do we find that point M? Well, we would have to find the average of the two endpoints using this formula. You take the first endpoint, add it to the last or the other endpoint, and divide it by 2. So let's do an example of this. So it says here, Jacinta is hanging the picture 15 inches from the left side of a wall. Okay, so that means that point A is at 15 inches away from the left side of the wall. Now, how far from the edge of the wall should she mark the location for the nail the picture will hang on if the right edge is 37.5 inches from the wall's left side? So now we can say that point B is at 37.5 inches. So remember, we want to find where the nail would go. So the nail, where would that be? So remember that we need to find the average of the two endpoints. So what we're going to do is we are going to, remember the formula would be x1 and add it to the other endpoint x2 and divide it by 2. So we're going to plug this in. We need to have the two endpoints and divide them by 2. Now we said that the endpoints were 15 and 37.5. So if we add those two together and then put it in a calculator if you need to, that will give me 52.5 over 2, or our final answer would be 26.25. And so the midpoint is located at 26.25 inches from the left edge of the wall. Hope that helps.